It is better to go out in a blaze of glory than in a blaze of whimper. What's up, WWE Universe? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. And tonight, I give you guys the results of tonight's WWE Fastlane pay-per-view, which is the final stop on the road to WrestleMania. So we kick it off with the kickoff show as the New Day went toe-to-toe with the team of Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, you would think it would be Big E and Kofi, but no, it was Big E and Xavier Woods because someone told Kofi that the McMahons wanted to see Kofi in regards to the WWE title. And again, we'll get to that in a moment. But closing moments of the match: New Day defeats Rusev and Nakamura by using their finisher, called the up down down. Obviously, the name of the channel is of Xavier Woods' channel, to pick up a victory. So that was part of the kickoff show. Now for the main card. So there was two additional matches to the card, which one of them we will get to in a couple of minutes. So first up, we have the SmackDown Tag Team titles as the Usos defended the titles against The Miz and Shane McMahon in The Miz's hometown of Cleveland. And it was a pretty intense matchup. You know, it was back and forth. I believe Jimmy Uso? Yeah, I believe Jimmy Uso was about to hit the splash, which was intercepted by Shane McMahon with a coast-to-coast. But in the end, the Usos retained the SmackDown Tag Team titles via a roll-up pinfall victory. And then after the match, I don't know what the hell happened. But Shane McMahon went ballistic on The Miz. And then he decides to lay his hands on The Miz's father, Mr. Miz. I honestly don't know what to make of it, except why? Just one question, one word. Why? But we will find out Tuesday on SmackDown. Maybe. We don't know. So from there, we move on to a one-on-one match between Asuka and Mandy Rose. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Asuka beats Rose. Plain and simple. Asuka retains the SmackDown Women's Championship, and now she has a clear path to WrestleMania. Possibly. So here is actually one of the first of two matches that was announced. So as I mentioned just a moment ago, the McMahons want to see Kofi Kingston in regards to the WWE title. Well, apparently Vince told him that the WWE title would be next. But it ended up being BS because Kofi Kingston was forced in a 2-on-1 handicap match against the Bar. And even though Woods and Big E attempted to get involved, Rusev and Nakamura came out and attacked them, allowing the Bar to defeat Kofi Kingston in a dominant fashion. I was so distraught with that because it's Vince. It's Vince McMahon. He loves trolling the fans. So from there we move on to the triple threat match for the Raw Tag Team titles as the Revival defended against the team of Chad Gable and the Glorious Bobby Roode, and of course the newly formed team of Aleister Black and the one and only Ricochet. Back-to-back, non-stop action, closing moments. Chad Gable fell victim to a Shatter Machine for the Revival to pick up the victory, and it was an all-out brawl after that. But in the end, even though the Revival retained the Raw Tag Team titles, Ricochet and Aleister Black stood tall, even though they lost. So we now move on to the second of two new matchups that was on the card. Originally it was supposed to have been Rey Mysterio versus Andrade, but because of the animosity between Carmella and Zelina Vega over Carmella getting a petition for a one-on-one match between R-Truth and Samoa Joe for the United States title. We had a fatal four-way. So it was Samoa Joe defending the U.S. title against Rey Mysterio, R-Truth, and Andrade. And the closing moments of the match, Joe makes Rey Mysterio tap out to the Coquina Clutch to retain the U.S. title. And apparently Samoa Joe is declaring himself to be unstoppable. But of course, since he is the United States champion, he has to defend the title at WrestleMania. So this will be his first WrestleMania, which I'm curious to see how it all plays out. So we now move on to the women's tag team titles as Sasha Banks and Bayley defended against the team of Nia Jax and Tamina. And shockingly enough, the Boston Hug Connection actually won by way of a Meteora from Sasha Banks and an elbow from Bayley to Nia Jax to pick up the victory. But after that, Nia Jax and Tamina just decimated Sasha and Bayley, and they also decimated Natalya and Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix. So you know Beth Phoenix is going to be out for revenge. So now we move on to the WWE title as Daniel Bryan defended the title against Kevin Owens. And yes, Vince McMahon did say it would be a triple threat, but Kofi Kingston was not involved. Instead, Mustafa Ali got involved. And yes, if you heard the fan response, yeah, not a good response for Ali, but they did get behind him when they realized that Ali is the heart of SmackDown Live, you know. But in the end, it was a pretty intense match. It was back and forth with all three of these guys. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Kevin Owens as champion. I would not have minded at all. But in the end, with the help of Rowan, obviously, Daniel Bryan pinned Mustafa Ali with a knee from midair to retain the WWE title. So we will find out who Daniel Bryan will defend the title against at WrestleMania in the upcoming weeks. And yes, we move on to a one-on-one match between Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. Now here's the caveat: if Becky Lynch wins, the match will become a triple threat. I don't know why, but Ronda Rousey came out, attacked Becky Lynch, which forced a disqualification. So we now have a triple threat match: Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. The fans wanted it, they got it. Yes, the main event, The Shield, for the final time against the team of Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, and Drew McIntyre. I'm going to go ahead and say it because we all knew it was going to happen. For the final time. Yes. The Shield pins Baron Corbin to pick up a pinfall victory. Now, the reason why I say for the last time is because Dean Ambrose has not renewed his contract. So his contract will be set to expire after WrestleMania. So if there's one thing that I would say to Dean Ambrose man to man, it would say thank you. I would say thank you to Dean Ambrose for everything that he's contributed to the WWE, for what he's contributed to the fans, and I would tell him thank you. So yes, the Shield for the final time picks up a victory because as we know, Seth Rollins has a date with Suplex City and Roman Reigns. Well, we don't know what the future holds for the big dog, but we will find out in the future. So with that being said, that's going to do it for the Fastlane results. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you support the channel and smash that thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any new content that is coming your way. And make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links will be down below in the description. And of course, fan mail Address is also down in the description below if you guys want to send in fan mail. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.